It is October. That means it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Hello, everyone. I'm Claudine Ewing.
And I'm Pete Gallivan. And this month we are going to begin with a simple message that a reminder can save your life.
Sharon Sanford is joining us from Sadie Strong. You are a breast cancer survivor and a thriver.
Yes, I am.
Your journey started when?
In 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer after a routine mammogram. And on the 1-year anniversary of my diagnosis, I started a nonprofit organization called Sadie Strong. Really, it's my love letter to the community, my way to give back. And we promote the early detection of breast cancer and inspire healthy lifestyles for women in underserved communities in Buffalo and Niagara region.
You know, one thing that serves as an inspiration, you told that your whole story there with an ear-to-ear smile on your face.
Yeah, it's really about early detection. It's really about getting annual mammograms, because that's really what happened to me. I got my annual mammogram and it didn't come out with the results that I wanted. But when life throws you lemons, you make lemonade. And so if I can be a blessing to another woman, you know, through education, through support, that's what Sadie Strong is all about. Yeah. So it makes you smile because we are giving hope and love and inspiration to women.
Have you found that since then, and starting this nonprofit, that you have helped women? Have women come to you to say thank you?
Women come, and men. Women come to me all the time. And what I'm seeing is that they're younger and younger. And sometimes they just need someone to say it's going to be okay. Sometimes they need someone to say that you're going to make it through, and they come back and they continue to come back, and we create a cycle of basically giving, because when you have that experience, you want to help someone else.
You had your husband, you had your kids, you documented your journey.
Yes, we did, because when cancer touches you, it doesn't just touch you, it touches everybody that loves you, everyone that's connected to you. And different people handle it differently. Some people handle it because they're private, they handle it to themselves. But what I found is, before I shared my story, I didn't realize that there were so many women that were impacted by breast cancer that were really connected to me. And so I felt that it was important to share my story. So now when other women are going through, they'll come and say, hey, you did it, so I know that I can too.
Just about everyone out there has been touched by cancer, and you realize how strong a group it can be. You go from a place of weakness to a place of strength.
Absolutely. 1 in 8 women, the statistics say that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. You know, my sister circle gave me a note that said, you've been assigned this mountain to show others that it can be moved. And from that point on, that's been my journey, to try to educate women, support women, and encourage them that they can make it through.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Like I am. We're here outside in this beautiful park, and this is a place that I would come and walk and ride my bike. And through this experience, I've done things that I never thought I could do before. I ran my first 5K. I learned how to swim. I've been able to ride my bike like 30 miles, like things that I never thought imaginable happened because I went through this journey with an open mind and open heart, creating opportunities that I might be the best version of myself and encourage other women to do the same.
Reborn through diagnosis.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Very
We
cool.
thank you so much for joining us. It was a sea of pink at the Outer Harbor on a beautiful Saturday in October. This is the American Cancer Society's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. Since 1993, Making Strides across the country raised approximately $1 billion to support breast cancer research, patient programs, and direct services. This year's theme, We Are the Movement, We Are the Hope, We Are the Future.
Well, I was diagnosed in February of this year, and it all happened really fast, and so I just feel like it means to me hope and bravery for all the people that are going through all of the things that cancer brings.
This event is important because we need to raise awareness about breast cancer and how we can prevent patients from coming in with an advanced stage. Early detection is the key. Annual mammogram is just very important.
I come to do the walk every year to represent my mom, my sister's mom, just everybody who are survivors going through it and who passed away from cancer.
And your friend is here.
Yep, my friend is. She comes to me every year. We do this walk every year to support my girl. My mom's been going for about 10 plus years now.
It's important to do your mammograms and check yourself. Very, very important. And don't think that, you got to wait till you're 40.
Yep, it's 27 when I was diagnosed.
Loriana Hernandez Aldama is an Emmy Award-winning journalist. For more than 25 years, she was a health and medical reporter. She was tired, a mom of a 2-year-old.
I was going through a fertility treatment to have a second baby, and my fertility doctor, not the oncologist, said, I don't buy it. I don't think it's just that you're tired. I think the stress and has taken a toll on your body and something else is going wrong.
She had AML leukemia. She took to social media, got a call from Johns Hopkins.
The doctor said to me, say goodbye to your son, get on a plane, we have a bed waiting for you, you're dying.
She saw the bigger story.
How do we get dismissed and we have gaps like this, that who you know should not determine if you live?
5 years to the day of surviving leukemia.
So I told my husband on my 5th anniversary, I'm gonna go back to reporting. And on the 5th anniversary, I got a call. And that's when they said, you have breast cancer.
An ultrasound, not a mammogram, detected her breast cancer.
And I had to fight for the ultrasound because I knew I had dense breasts. So I say to anybody listening, don't wait for someone to be your hero. You have to be your own hero. No one's gonna save your life for you.
It's why she wrote a book, Becoming the Story, started a nonprofit, and she has a podcast. It's the patient's voice that she says is so important.
Somebody has to be vocal about it so we can look at us as a whole patient, because we're more than our disease. And we know when we treat a whole patient, we can improve our success rates. I will not stop being a journalist. I will not stop telling stories because cancer stole it from me. I have so many things broken with me. I have neuropathy, I have bone pain, cognitive issues, but cancer damn sure did not take my voice away.
Coming up next on Community.
Documenting the life of a surprising Buffalonian, the author of the Mexican national anthem.
Sounds interesting. Stay with us. October actually ends Hispanic Heritage Month.
So we are celebrating the diversity that is Western New York's Hispanic community.
Inside the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library, history echoed through music. The Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York marking 15 years with boleros, tango, y orgullo.
Back then, there wasn't much celebrations as it relates to Hispanic heritage, history, and culture. And our organization, with the support of other organizations in our community, we've been able to move that to the next level.
The council is building the first ever Hispanic Cultural Institute in upstate New York. Rodriguez calls it,
it's a big, big achievement for our community, a community that deserves the best.
That history is now being preserved and showcased.
This is also great. That's President Obama.
Through exhibits like these.
Part of our traveling history exhibit, this involved collecting verbal stories, photographs, historical artifacts from the community, and doing research on the Hispanic community in Western New York. And it tells the story of Hispanics from when we first arrived to the present day.
For council members like David Rivera, this celebration is also about protecting culture.
At a time where not everybody embraces diversity and inclusion, where books are taking away, history is being erased. But here in New York State, it's completely different. Thanks to the governor of New York State. Thank you very much.
The council's focus remains on the next generation, making sure children and grandchildren carry traditions forward.
So we want to make sure that they do not lose their heritage, their history, their culture, their traditions, their language. Just like our ancestors focus on us today, to be able to do what we do today, we want to be able to open the doors even wider for them.
And for the Hispanic Heritage Council, this 15th anniversary is just the beginning of another chapter.
We found that story about this Catalan composer that thrilled us.
Raul Cortez and Eduard Miguel are visiting Western New York from Mexico and Spain, respectively. The goal of these two documentarians is to bring light to the time spent in the Queen City by the composer of the Mexican national anthem, Jaime Nuno.
Was an adventurer. He traveled to Cuba, to Mexico, and finally he spent his last decades of life here in Buffalo.
Nuno was born in Spain in 1824, studied music, then moved to Cuba when he was 27. That's where he met Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, the former and future Mexican president. When Santa Anna returned to power in Mexico, Nuno went with him to oversee military bands. Well, at the time, the government was holding a contest to come up with a national anthem. Nuno entered and won. Unfortunately, Santa Anna was overthrown, so Nuno fled to New York City to work as a conductor and opera director. Soon he became burned out, and a friend suggested teaching and said there might be opportunities in the growing city of Buffalo. A story not familiar with many Buffalonians nor Mexicans.
They know that Jaime Nuno is the author of the music, but they don't know anything about his life, about where he came from, and what happens after composing the national anthem.
Nuno spent 4 decades here teaching music and leading choirs. He married one of his students. They had 2 children. And then in 1901, the Pan Am Expo came to town. The Mexican delegation brought a band, and many of those musicians had heard that Nuno lived here. So they played the national anthem outside of his Delaware Avenue studio until he came out. He was celebrated as a national hero in Mexico. And when he passed away in 1908, he was brought back to Buffalo and buried at Forest Lawn, a site visited this week by the filmmakers.
And the newspaper accounts tell the story of a very simple service. The body was brought directly from the train to this grave site, and there were only a few people present.
And despite the grave marker that's still here, Nuno was soon brought back to Mexico.
Within a few days of this burial, there were newspaper accounts that the Mexican government wanted to disinter him and move him to Mexico then. But it took 34 years for that to happen.
Now brush up on your Spanish, because that documentary will be shown in Spain and Mexico on public TV.
Sounds really interesting. We're going to talk about something that's healing. Healing art. We had a chance to be in Williamsville, where there is a local artist who is working with the elderly, and art on canvas is soothing for them.
These are pictures of seniors learning art. Art can be healing, especially as you get older.
This program has opened my eyes to art again. Rebuilt my self-confidence, my passion for art, and helped me out of a dark couple places that I was in.
Look at Heidi's work.
Every person just says there's no way they can do it. Many people try to leave, but I keep them in their seat, I help them, guide them, and then eventually I don't have to help them anymore and they just do it on their own.
Splash on Canvas owner Rio Mansour has been providing art classes for the elderly since 2018. This group has been using charcoal and acrylic.
I have a hard time making stick figures.
You never painted, and I'm seeing this work?
Yes. So, like the flag is like one of my earlier pieces, and then my least favorite piece is my self-portrait.
At this stage of life, it's very important to kind of keep them going. It's very important to kind of keep them active and creative and keep their mind sharp.
For Donna, it reinforced that age is just a number.
I'm 82.
No way.
Yes. Yes, way.
You're 82 and now an accomplished artist.
Yes, I am.
This is my childhood home.
That's your childhood home?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Do you enjoy doing this?
Oh, I love it.
Look at her work and another self-portrait.
Just seeing the growth of the elder community and the happiness and the stories about their families, seeing who they've become at this stage is worth everything.
Worth celebrating.
It's always worth celebrating.
Mount St. Mary Academy in the town of Tonawanda has reached a big milestone. It's been 100 years since ground was broken to build the school. The growth over the past century, remarkable.
The project was plagued by a lack of funds every step of the way. Many friends of the sisters thought they were foolish to establish a school that was so far out in the country in the town of Tonawanda. The area was nothing but farmland, and even the streetcar didn't come out this far. On September 8th, 1927, Mount St. Mary Academy opened its doors with a freshman class of 19 students. Since then, thousands of young women have walked through the doors of Mount St. Mary Academy, nervous and excited to start a new chapter in their lives. These fair halls of this school have seen a century of lifelong friendships, creativity, opportunity, and generations of strong, amazing women discovering who they want to be in the world. Mount St. Mary Academy was founded by women for women.
We speak for all Mounties, past, present, and future, for giving us not only a space to learn and grow, but a home we will cherish forever.
The construction took 2 years to complete, and the school opened in September of 1925. Now, the first installment of Mount St. Mary Academy Centennial brick pavers to honor history and embrace the future are in place.
Well, we're looking for any type of kids that's having issues, having problems, anger management, having an outlet. You know, one thing about coming here, we're going to show you love, and we're going to work with you. And you got to have an outlet. You know, coming here, working out, training, letting all that frustration or anger you may have. And this is a good place to work, to train. Keeping the kids off the street, you know, like that's our theme. Guns down, knuckle up. You know, do something constructive with your time, work hard, have good work ethic, discipline, and that's what it's all about.
Crazy situation. I met somebody at Delaware Park, and he invited me over here, and I came to check it out, and I loved it ever since. My first fight, I was like, okay, like I love it here, and then I just kept going since then. There's a lot of discipline to it and stuff you don't want to do, but you do it, and it just makes you so much calmer and learning how to control situations better.
Seeing people grow, seeing them start from having never put a pair of gloves on to actually getting in the ring and taking that leap, and just the stamina it takes, the coordination it takes, and it really does strengthen your mind.
You feel like family, old-fashioned, you know, and he's gonna be on you. He's definitely gonna be on you, and you know it ain't gonna be easy, but it's definitely worth joining.
Coming up next on Community, celebrating Black Achievers.
And a group called Iron Monk, they performed right here in Delaware Park.
The 53rd Annual Buffalo Black Achievers Awards Gala honored many people, including former Buffalo Bills running back Thurman Thomas, who received the first Sports Legends Award from the organization. Dr. Benita Duran, the interim president at Buffalo State University, and educator Dr. Linda Cray Randall.
So many musical guests, so many dignitaries, so many worthy achievers receiving awards that they would never be recognized if we didn't have this platform for them. So there's so many great honorees that we're celebrating tonight, and it's just an honor for me to lead the team.
And you've been a steward of this program for a long time, right?
Yes. I've been a steward pretty much all the 53 years, but I've been running it for probably about 25 years.
Also recognized Buffalo's Criterion newspaper, which is marking 100 years in business.
We have a little fact here or there about the history of African Americans in Buffalo, but our goal is to expand the knowledge about that history and to expand the history through our research efforts.
I come across Henry Moxley and I notice, this guy is a pretty interesting guy.
Well, we know he was born in the early 1800s in Virginia, that he was a freedom seeker. He was enslaved in Virginia and escaped, came to Western New York sometime in the 1830s because he's in the 1832 city directory. His name is there.
I'm looking around, I have my map, and everyone's there except Moxley. It's total grass. And I'm thinking, gee, this isn't right. We've got to have a tombstone for Mr. Moxley.
You know, as a small nonprofit, you know, you get support from the community, and so our community has supported us to provide the funding for this. What he was dealing with in trying to desegregate the schools is still relevant to what is happening now. And I think it's inspirational, and I hope it inspires young people to understand that they have a rich heritage. You know, that's the legacy that this history provides.
Oh, no, so love can grow. I wanna call you
Live music is still alive, and that hunger for arts will always, be needed, no matter what generation, no matter, people still were connecting to a Stevie Wonder song. So I thought it was super important for us to just share our joy as young people, and anyone from any age can connect to it.
Out to see this awesome group, these high school kids that are just unbelievable. I mean, just listen to them.
It just makes me wonder how far we can actually go.
We hope to continue this through October and stuff, so we can get more gigs and stuff, play everywhere, We hope to build up there.
It's away from me, all the way to the melody. It's a ice cream, because it goes away from me.
We formed a community here that really loves a lot of different types of music and enjoys coming out here and listening to us. So, we kind of play with the vibes that are going on and really anything. We love all genres of music and we just love to play.
We get more customers at the juicery, more people listening to their songs, people just walking past, seeing and hearing it. It's really nice.
It means a lot, being able to come out here and make people happy with our music, things that we did learn, throughout school. And it's honestly one of the best opportunities.
Don't miss it. You will enjoy every minute of it.
Iron Monk really bringing it. We appreciate that. October is wrapping up already.
Absolutely. We're going into fall. Next month, we're going to celebrate Native American Heritage Month.
And a lot more. Thanks so much for joining us this month on commUNITY.